Can you hear me?
Yeah, I do. I got a room full here.
What's going on? What's up with everybody?
All right, so we got some really good questions we're gonna get to. But like I said, like I told you before, we got a lot of these guys are interested in doing what you do. Um, but
Everybody want to be a truck driver now.
oh yeah, absolutely. And and you've heard me say it is one of the most underappreciated and most important jobs in America. There's no doubt. Um,
Right.
hey, I already got hold on. I already got people wanting to have other conversations while you're with us, so we're gonna have some grades affected here. But
Yeah.
before I get to some of these questions, can you talk a little bit about your background, and then going to the military and then doing what you do? Because I mean, I know you're from Mount Olive, but then you grew up in Jackson, went to Jim Hill and Forest Hill.
My name is Terry Martin. 23 years old. Uh, Might as well say I grew up in Jackson, raised in Jackson. I joined the military at 17. As of 2 days ago, I was I just got out, so I didn't re up or anything like that. I just did my base 6 years in the reserves, and I'm done after that. So now I'm an owner operator, truck driver. Uh, I'm in charge of paying for fuel, paying truck note. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Everything right now. So that's what I'm doing, and it's being an owner operator, man. It's a lot of ups and downs, and at first it's gonna be a lot of downs. Starting out. Uh, like I said, you got to pay for fuel. The fuel prices right now is like, man, some place I just left Florida, it's like $3.30 a gallon down there. So,
Ooh.
man, it's kind of rough on the owner operators right now as far as the trucking industry.
Yeah, and you do drive flatbed too,
Yeah, I do flatbed. Yeah,
and you're headed from Tampa to Medina, Ohio, right now, correct?
Medina, Ohio. Yep,
So with flatbed, and we've talked about the construction industry, you do a lot of construction equipment.
a lot. Cast iron pipes, bricks, man, what, whatever we put on here, you name it, we haul it. Steel beams, steel coils, lumber, building all that. I got a load of pipe on my back now going up to it ain't a job site, but it's a construction company up there in Medina, Ohio, that I'm taking this load of pipe to.
Okay. And it's like you said, everybody says they want to be a truck driver, but it is
Yeah,
not just chilling behind the wheel all day because
nah, it ain't.
these companies they're paying and we just watched a video on FedEx and UPS and people pay good money to have things delivered on time and to get it delivered correctly with the correct order.
Exactly.
So they're paying. I mean, Lord knows how much they're paying to have this load delivered. I'm sure it's in the thousands. So
Yeah, this load that I got on my back right now, uh, I'm getting 65% of it, which is about I'm getting about $2,400 off of this load right here.
okay,
Uh, so I don't know. I think it's probably 65%. So it's probably about what, $3,000 maybe, 3,500, something like that. But I know my the company that I'm leased to, they take their cut and then they give me my cut, which is about $2,400. But it pays pretty good. But you know what I'm saying? It's all about doing things in a orderly fashion, being on time. You know what I'm saying? Knowing how to run your log books. And just being on time. That's really the biggest thing, and being reliable to these customers too, because a lot of times, man, a lot of people get out here and they say they want to drive trucks, and you know what I'm saying, they don't understand the magnitude of being on time. If you ain't on time, man, you're not gonna make it in this industry. If you ain't got a plan, you're not gonna make it in this industry. But it's doable. It's doable though.
and on top of that, if it's bad weather, you still got to get there on time.
Still got to get there on time. I run in snow, sleeting, hail, rain. I don't run in ice though. I don't deal with
Well,
ice.
obviously, if it's on ice, if it's on ice, I'm gonna have to understand because I know we had the ice storm down here. We had a lot of shipments late.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
when that ice storm was going on there. I was in Blytheville, Arkansas. So that was one of the first places to get hit with that ice storm, man. And I seen many 18 wheelers in the ditch. Uh, man, it was crazy. 18 wheelers on top of each other. You know what I'm saying? It really ain't no joke, man. You really gotta pay attention and be very watchful out here on this road, man.
Yeah,
You
and
gotta
even though,
drive for you and other people.
yeah, and before I get to some of these questions they have, and we got some really good ones. And one thing you mentioned is that you have to be reliable, but you also have to be a good communicator because you have to let customers know, um, if there is a change of plans. It's not just, oh,
Exactly.
I'll show it whenever. And then it's not just, oh, I'm gonna get my CDL and I'm gonna start driving. It doesn't work like that either.
Nah, it don't work like that. You
Can
gotta
you take
start
us
your way.
you tell a little bit about the licensing part of it? Because I know a lot of these guys are interested in that, but you can't just turn 18, get a CDL and start driving across the country. It doesn't work like that.
Uh, right. So, I think I had my CDL for like 3 years. But when I first got them, I couldn't drive. I couldn't drive across state lines and stuff like that. But it worked out for me because I was going on a deployment anyway. I was gonna go across the water or whatnot. But when I got back, I was able to drive across the lines. You got to be 21 to drive across the line, and they ain't gonna let you do it if you're not that age. But it's man, the licensing part of it, it's pretty easy. I can't say that it is pretty easy. Because they don't teach you everything in school. It's about 80% of the stuff that I learned about trucking, man, they did not teach me in school. Not saying that they did a bad job or anything like that, but majority of the stuff, what I'm saying, I had to learn on my own, like, how to tarp a load or how to shift. Like I didn't learn how to shift in school, what I'm saying? I learned the basics of it, but the full understanding of it, I didn't learn that until now. You know what I'm saying? To like actually start driving.
Yeah, and we're
But
seeing more and more of that in every industry. Yeah, you might get the base of it in your training, but the on the job is what's making people successful in pretty much every industry now.
and exactly. So, and the thing is, man, starting out with trucking, man, you're gonna start at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said you gotta have a plan. You know, you're gonna start at the bottom. They're gonna, you may not get paid as much as an owner operator. You know what I'm saying? But if you stay at it though, and you show consistency with your driving habits and stuff like that, you can be an operator, no problem, man. And it starts now too. Many of you guys got cars or that you guys driving to school and stuff like that. Let me tell you right now, if you got a 15 and over ticket or you get one, you can get some CDLs to buy for a while because a lot of companies not gonna hire you, with a 15 and over. So if you're going 80 and a 65 and you get a ticket, you might as well wait a while before you get your CDLs.
I didn't realize that.
Because
That's a good point.
yeah, them kind of the company's not gonna hire you, and what they don't tell you is the insurance companies run the trucking industry. You know what I'm saying? Those, they not just gonna let anybody get behind the wheel. So if you got a messed up MVR, you come over to this company and you want a job and you got all that stuff on there, man, might need to find you something else until
Yeah,
then.
and it's like you
You
said,
know,
there's a lot of money at stake for these companies. They're not just going to put anybody behind the wheel.
exactly. You talking about multi-million-dollar companies, you know what I'm saying, and can go down, go down over a rear end or a driver turning his truck over. I know a guy at the company where I'm contracted to. He turned his truck over like a couple weeks ago, man, and they fired him. They fired him on the spot.
Yeah, I'm having a speaker right now. She'll come as soon as we're done. Sorry, I just got interrupted, Terry.
Oh, you good.
All right, I got some questions here. I'm gonna go through some of them, and these are some really good ones. This is Julia Williamson. She asked, "What are the benefits of being a truck driver?"
Uh, I can only at this point, I can only speak for myself, but one of the benefits that I love, like me, I'm an extrovert, but I really like being alone. Like I like that alone time that I get, you know what I'm saying, on the road, able to go to different places and travel, try new food, stuff like that. Another one is financial security. But the thing is with that, it's kind of like a hit or miss because some drivers may not have the amount of bills that I have, or you know what I'm saying. Some drivers may not have any bills at all. So it's all about how you manage your finances while you're out here. That's a plus. Them really my main two. You know what I'm saying? That's my main two. I get paid pretty well, but also a lot of my money goes into these trucks. So if I have a breakdown or a tire, I have a blowout, I got to get that fixed out of my pocket. You know what I'm saying? And some people don't like that headache, but those are my two.
I got you. This is from Tavarius Smith, who actually wants to be a truck driver, and he asked, "What is the best big truck to have?"
Uh, okay, so I got a Kenworth T680 10 speed with an X15 Commons in it. It's a real good truck, man. It's reliable. But the amount of time that I had it, man, I'm having a lot of electrical problems with it. Like my pigtails and stuff like that. Which is small fix, but after a while, man, they crap me off. So I would say, man, honestly, if you was gonna buy a truck, the best truck, man, my favorite is a Peterbilt. But if you want to go for
I agree with that.
reliability, yeah, Peterbilt. That's cat with either a cat or a Cummins engine. But if you want to go reliability, uh, longevity, I say a Freightliner, man. Freightliner is
Yeah, yeah,
the
they're
60
all getting excited on
series.
this because they're going between Peterbilt and Freightliner. We got some that, we got some truck guys in here.
Yeah, yeah.
I know Gabriel G. He was asking about. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. But I did tell him how you have a daughter. He wants to know how often you get to see your family.
Man, when I want to, I'm an owner operator now, so man, like right now, I got a load going up to Ohio. I ain't gonna make it all the way up there tonight. Shoot, I might just stop. I live in Nashville. I might stop in Nashville, go home, do my 10, and then shoot up there in the morning. I don't know yet. It just depends on how I feel once I get up there. But mostly, typically, on the front end of it, they want you. Most companies want you to stay out like 2 weeks at a time. You know what I'm saying? And in a lot of ways, that could be your best thing because you get a chance to get you about 2 checks in and then go home. You know, and then some companies, it's starting to be few now, but some companies want you to go home every weekend. But it's kind of up to you and what you want to do, man. Like I know on the flatbed and on the flatbed industry, most companies don't let you go home every weekend. But on the drive-in and reefer, you'll probably get home every 2 weekends.
Cool. Now this is from Carl Wilson, and he asked, "Why did you choose to become a truck driver?"
Truck, man. I've been around trucking my whole life. My granddaddy drove trucks. My dad drove trucks. All my uncles drove trucks. So I mean, it's kind of like second nature to me, you know. Um, and this is what I love to do, man. I knew in high school that's what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Before it really even got popular. Like now, trucking getting popular, man. Like I used to get teased about wanting to be a truck driver, man. But now it's getting popular. But you know, I really love what I do, man.
Yeah, and Catherine Johnson, she asked, "What type of freight do you haul?"
Like I said, I do building materials, steel cores, steel beams, any type of steel. I do steel pipe. lumber, bricks, whatever, man. Whatever can go on a flatbed trailer, and I can strap it down.
And it's, I told him before, even though you do flatbed, when it comes to trucking, everything somebody owns, whether they wear it, they use it, or it's in their home, at some point, it
It's
was on
on
a
the
truck.
truck. Yeah, it's on the truck.
Uh,
Absolutely.
let's see, we got, okay, let's see, I just had another one. Christian Wolf asked, what is it like being in different states?
It's lovely, dog. It's lovely, bro. Like I said, I was just in Florida yesterday. Well, yeah, last night actually. I'm in Georgia now. I'm going straight up I-75, so I gotta go through Tennessee, Kentucky, then I make it to Ohio. Man, I be everywhere. I ain't gonna lie to you. I kind of stayed. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say I be everywhere, but in a sense, I kind of do. But I usually stay on the southeast, though. You know, I stay on the southeast, uh, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas, Georgia, Florida, and sometimes I go to Texas. It's rare though.
And I know
And then
when
I
you,
go up to
last time you were in
Northeast.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah. I go up there too. I go up there. I go to Maine. I go to Connecticut. I go to New York. I try not to go to New York, but you know, but it was winter time, you know, and I'm trying to let all that snow and stuff pass. So that's why I ain't been up there in the last couple of months. But now I'm finna start back running up there now.
And I know you're busy. I just have a few more for you, and this is one you know, I always ask. Okay, Cody wants to know if you have a radar on your truck.
Nah, I don't ride with no radar. Those things are illegal, man.
Yeah,
You can't
especially
ride.
because y'all get inspected all the time.
Yeah, you go to weigh station. They see that radar up there, man. They gonna get you. They
Yeah.
gonna get you. And that ticket ain't no like driving, you know, a couple miles over the speed limit ticket either. You talking $500-$600 ticket.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You
Those
need them
things
every
are
ticket.
illegal, so I try not to use them.
Yeah, and especially when you're logged, they're gonna know if you're going too fast anyway.
Exactly.
Oh, one of them wants to know what your highway name is.
Oh, I don't really, I don't really have one, man. Like,
Big
uh,
Terry.
big. I usually go by Big Terry from the Simp, man, because I be everywhere. And like, you know, like my buddies, they drive. I got a lot of friends that drive truck. They see me over the CB, man. Hey, Big Terry from the Silk, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's usually what it is, man.
All right. So, but one thing I like to ask a lot of people I have is, you know, you aren't much older than everybody in here, and
Right,
you know exactly what it's like to grow up black and in Mississippi.
right,
You grew up in a much tougher area than anybody in here. You know, being in Jackson, you were around a lot of crime, a lot of drugs. You know, I was there with you when you were in high school, and a lot of your friends you talk about, a lot of them have kind of fallen off the wayside and been incarcerated. So,
right.
what did you do to be different than the other people you grew up around to become so successful?
Number one, I didn't follow the crowd from the beginning. Uh, I'm my own man, you know. My mama taught me to, you know, be the trendsetter, man. Like I'm nothing like nobody else. I can only be me. So, you know, and then I had a lot of common sense growing up too. And you can't expect to do wrong, you know what I'm saying, and get good out of it. You know, anytime you do good, good will follow you. You know what I'm saying? So whether I'm doing good here in Georgia or I'm doing good in Mississippi, somebody gonna know, oh yeah, that's a good guy right there. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about doing good, man, and not making the mistakes that other people make. Learn from other people's mistakes. Because, you know, like Mr. Piker said, a lot of my friends, man, a lot of my friends died, dude, you know, growing up and stuff like that. I go to school on Friday, they there, come back on Monday and they gone. You know what I'm saying? They desk empty, and it's, you know, that's not a good feeling. So I wanted to do something different in life, man. You know, I joined the military early. You know, I did my time. I used it as a stepping stool, and now I'm an owner operator truck driver, man. And I don't feel like I necessarily made it yet, but you know, I'm moving toward that, man. And that's one of the biggest things I can tell you, man. Do good and good will follow you. You know, you can't cheat and bribe and all that crazy stuff and expect to get good, man. It ain't nothing good about that, bro. It's always right to do it's always good to do the right thing, you know.
And
So,
now, and we do have some females in here, but I try to tell them there is a place for females in this industry.
oh yeah, females make the best drivers, man. Females make the best truck drivers, seriously. Now, I ain't trying to jinx myself or nothing like that, but I never seen a female in an 18-wheeler accident. It's always the fellas that think they know everything. And if you think you know everything, 9 times out of 10, a brick wall coming up at you. So I'm being real, man. You know, I got a lot of female friends that's truck drivers. You know, one lives out in Yazoo, but yeah, man, the females make the best truck drivers.
Yeah,
Trust me.
that's a good point. All right, so and again, and I know you got to go. We're almost out of time. But one thing I always like to tell people or ask people is when you were 16 years old, you were around me every day.
Right.
How much of what I've told you actually helped you? How much did it? How much of? And I don't know everything, but how much of what I told you actually did good in life?
Uh, a lot of things. But one, you get out what you put in. You know what I'm saying? Don't expect to go out here and you know it's just easy. That was really one of the things that used to get on my nerves. But you know what I'm saying? As I got older, man, you know what I'm saying? As I got older, I learned that you know you were absolutely right. You were absolutely right. That's another one I drive. But uh, you get out what you put in. So don't think for a second you just gonna go into the trucking industry or the hair industry or you know automotive or whatever industry. Don't think it's just gonna be easy because you're seeing everybody else doing it. They're not showing you that easy. They're not showing you the hard part. I'm gonna put it like that. They're not showing you the hard part. So, you know, keep that in mind. Understand, you know what I'm saying, that you can do whatever you put your mind to. You know, if you want to be a truck driver, you can do it. But don't expect to go in there and get a handout because it ain't no handouts available in this industry. And I'm gonna tell you that now. You know, so yeah.
Yeah, and that's awesome. And and every time I talk to a trucker, I tell them how it's absolutely one of the most underappreciated industries in America, but it definitely is one of the most important. There's no doubt about that. So yeah, and you're right. If they're willing to put in the work, they can definitely find their place because there's a lot of opportunity for men and women in the field.
Exactly. Men, women, man. If you can drive and you can pay attention, you can do this. You can do this, man. But take your time, figure out what you really want to do. Because a lot of people say they want to do trucking, but trucking ain't really what they really want to do. You just chasing after a dollar. You know what I'm saying? Find out what you really want to do and go after that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have any other questions from anybody? And y'all have had some really good ones. I got one. Hold on, Terry. We got one. This is a good question. He was asking on the two-person jobs on the two-person jobs, which are the super long jobs, are both people getting paid the same?
You're talking about the team drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. They see what they do is you with a team driver and you drive, man, team driver probably do about 6,000 miles a week.
Woo.
You know, ain't no getting home with team driver. I'm just gonna be honest with you, unless you got your own truck. But Yeah, man. They do about 6,000 miles a week, and they divide those miles in half.
That's
You
crossing the
know what I'm
country twice a
saying?
week. That's unbelievable.
Exactly. So, um, yeah, man, that's basically what they do. But me, my opinion on team driving, man, I can't have nobody driving me while I'm sleeping in the back. I'm sorry, anything can happen. I done heard too many horror stories. I done seen too many horror stories. That's just me though. If you
Yeah,
trust
unless
that
it's like
person
a
to
husband
drive
and
you,
wife, I'm with you on that.
yeah. Husband and wife, that's cool. But my cousin or little baby from down the street drive, nah, dog. I can't do that, man. You know, that's nah, man. I just can't trust everybody to drive.
I'm with you on that.
But yeah.
All right, we have anything else from anybody? All right. All right. He just can't believe you don't have a radar. But I know you got to get back on the road, Big Terry. I appreciate it, man, and I'll talk to you soon.
All right, now,
Hey,
man.
that's a
Thanks.
big 10-4.
That's a big 10 for.
All right, we'll see you later, man. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks.